So by now you've heard the news that Porsha Peach Juice, Queen of Thoughtlandia, Williams, formerly Guobadia, is divorcing Simon Guobadia, and this comes just days after it was revealed that Simon Guobadia was denied U.S. citizenship because of his criminal past. Not only that, there is some Real Housewives of Atlanta possible casting news. Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So if you enjoy hot topics like this, then you have to come see me at Kempire Live, The Experience. Philly, you are up in less than 2 weeks. Tickets are now available. All that information for our March 7th show at City Winery, Philadelphia will be available in the description. And Nashville, tickets just went on sale today for you. More information on all of that, including our Boston and Atlanta shows. Be sure to get your tickets. Don't wait till the last minute. So Porsha Peach Juice Williams, the news came out literally this morning, and I posted on my TikTok, I posted on my Instagram, then I posted here on Shorts here on YouTube. So if you're not following me on those platforms and you're like, Kempire, when are you going to talk about this? Well, I did. You just missed it. Maybe your notifications aren't on. Maybe you're not subscribed. That's not my fault. But shout out to those of you that saw it. They were like, Kempire, you're on it. Yes, because literally right before I left for Pilates, I saw the news. I said, oh, I got to talk about this. It worked out. It worked out. But literally when I heard the news that Porsha was returning, I was talking with some sources, and I said to one of the sources, I said, I feel as if Porsha's return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta is strategic. I wouldn't be surprised if during the season that she would announce that her and Simon were divorcing. Only before the top of the season, that news has come. So it was just reported on the blogs yesterday that Porsha was hanging out with, you remember Kenya's friend? I think it's Akila and Ming Lee. So people are now speculating, our friend over at Dorinda Deadly on Instagram and on Twitter, literally when I saw this, I was like, because I've been talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta with multiple sources, and Ming Lee's name came up. So Dorinda Deadly, they have their sources over there as well. So when I saw that they posted this, I said, uh-oh. So I'm guessing, because you know I'm not one to be like, oh, I know this information. No, I'm just like, y'all report. Because I never know what's 100%, especially when it comes to contracts and if these people haven't signed on the dotted line yet. But Dorinda Deadly posted on Twitter yesterday, Ming Lee has allegedly signed on for RHOA season 16. Expect more casting news soon. I believe they were waiting for Kandi to make her final decision. Porsha has signed on the dotted line. They're reporting that Kenya is coming back. I'm hearing mixed things. Not that she's not coming back, but on the want for her to come back, allegedly. That's what people are saying. I know Team Twirl, that's not me. That's what the people are saying. Dorinda Deadly does add this part because after they posted about Ming Lee possibly joining the cast, Dorinda posted this. I don't know if they're he, she, they. I'm just going to say they, Dorinda Deadly. So they say, I'm appalled by some of the replies to this post. Some are rude and offensive, and others are borderline racist. Not surprised. I've been telling you guys about the Bravo universe. But anyways. So they continue. If you're going to judge Ming purely on her looks and make stupid comments such as, quote, she looks like VH1 or Love and Hip Hop, tread very carefully. If you can't see how this is wrong, then you need to give your head a wobble. Here's the thing. I don't know a lot about Ming Lee. Of course, I've heard her name before. So I'm interested to knowing more. I'm all about having new, fresh blood for this reboot. I would prefer people that we don't necessarily know. But Ming seems to be killing it on socials. She has 1.1 million followers there. So I'm open to it. I'm hearing 3 to 4 new cast members with two, or possibly another one returning as, from yesteryear from Atlanta. And don't be surprised that people that were once housewives will befriend us. Maybe. Look, you just never know. It all depends on who actually signs on. It all depends on who signs on. Because if one particular newbie doesn't sign on, that might help someone secure a full-time position. And I know Kandi recently came out and said, oh, she already knew that Porsha was in talks to return. So her not signing on the dotted line wasn't the reason why Porsha came on. No. Kandi saved someone else's job. Allegedly. All right. So, Porsha. So the news came out this morning from People magazine that Porsha, Peach Juice, Queen of Thoughtlandia, Williams, Guobadia, formerly Guobadia at this point. I just find it so interesting. Porsha, you literally, with the announcement that you were returning to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, you posted that quick clip saying,
"Who said that? Porsha Williams coming back to Real Housewives of Atlanta?" That's false. But Porsha Williams is in the building. See y'all. Mwah.
No, it's Porsha, and you mumbled his last name. You didn't even say Guobadia. You were like, Guobadia. I was like, girl, at least learn how to say your married name. So it's interesting that now she is filing for divorce. She literally filed for divorce on Thursday. You were just a few days ago talking about Be His Peace on social media. Porsha, I know you blocked me, but girl, I can still see the stuff. People hook me up. I still see the things. People send it to me. Shout out to our community. A week ago, y'all were riding jet skis and having a good time. But some of y'all say that Porsha is not playing checkers, she's playing chess. Come on now, y'all giving Porsha a little too much credit. I don't think Porsha's dumb, but at the same time, I'm like, But did Porsha find out about Simon's criminal credit card past, fake identity past? Or is this a plot to figure something else out? Maybe things are getting a little too hot for Simon and divorcing might save her. Maybe. Well, before we get into any of that, People writes this. Porsha Williams and Simon Guobadia's marriage is coming to an end over a year after they tied the knot. The Real Housewives of Atlanta alum filed for divorce from Guobadia on Thursday in Atlanta, according to court documents obtained by People. News of their split comes as rumors fly online about Guobadia's citizen status. However, a source tells People the divorce is, quote, unrelated to recent allegations involving Simon's past. Then what could it be? Or maybe that was just another layer. Maybe something else was the cherry on top. They say the cause of their split is a, quote, ongoing matter, as the insider. But you were just saying Be His Peace 3 days ago. Okay. Williams, who's 42, and Guobadia, who's 59. Really? Okay. Said I do in November of 2022 in a Nigerian traditional native law and custom ceremony, followed by an American ceremony in Atlanta. So I guess this means we're never going to see that footage. I know we've seen some of the footage on social media. Yes, Porsha, I've seen that footage too. I know you blocked me, but you know the marriage people that you did your videography, they posted about it. So look, I've seen the wedding, a little bit of it. I mean, Porsha, what you really missed the bag, because what you should have done is make a one-off deal with NBC and release the footage for that. Because everyone would have been seated for the prep for this wedding, the wedding itself. It was a 2-day event. So many stars were there. But okay, not everything is for public consumption. So they continue. Said the pair announced their engagement back in May of 2021 after 1 month of dating. Yes, we are crazy in love. Williams captioned a selfie with Guobadia. I know it's fast, but we are living life each day to its fullest. I choose happiness every morning and every night. And then the Fallon of it all, everything that came out after that. And I told you, in covering Simon's recent legal issues, we told you there were so many content creators and bloggers coming up with a lot of stuff from Simon's past and present, alleging all kinds of just interesting things and not so credible things about him. All right. So they continue. They said this. Guobadia echoed Williams' sentiments, telling his followers that he asked her to marry him because we checked all of each other's boxes and then some. Earlier this month, the reality star turned entrepreneur, whose mom to 4-year-old daughter, Pilar, from a previous relationship, the hot dog king, Dennis, for its upcoming... announced that she's set to return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta for its upcoming 16th season after 2 years away from the Bravo series. Convenient timing. A lot of people believe that Porsha left because she did not want to answer to this relationship and the fouling of it all. And now she's coming back now that that relationship is about to be over. Do you think they should just pick up cameras immediately, even though the cast hasn't all signed on the dotted line? Let me know. So they said that she also signed an overall scripted deal with NBC Universal on scripted project opportunities across the company's broadcast and streaming properties. She says, I'm incredibly thankful for the vision and faith NBC Universal has put in me to be a larger part of their family. She said in a statement, I'm looking forward to being back on the Real Housewives of Atlanta and showing the world my new world. Is it really going to be your new world, or is it going to feel like we never left? Because is she going to move back into the house? Didn't she give her mama the house? She moving back in with her mama? All right. Williams first joined RHOA, as you know, back in its 5th season. A lot of people say that was like a turning point for RHOA because also Kenya started that season. After leaving the show in season 13, she and Guobadia appeared together on the Real Housewives spinoff, Porsha's Family of Lies. I mean, yes, it's Porsha Family Matters, but we called it Porsha's Family of Lies in 2021. She last starred in the 3rd season of the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, which aired last year, probably setting us up for her return. I'm more excited about Porsha returning than Phaedra. By now, you probably have also seen the trailer. Shout out to our friends at lovebscott.com. They have the exclusive trailer to the Married to Medicine reunion. Phaedra, girl, you brought nothing in that trailer either. I don't even like the dress. You may have seen Chanel Ion shaded Phaedra for wearing the same dress as she did like months before, and basically said that it feels great to inspire you. Because remember, Phaedra during BravoCon, not this last year, but the previous year, shaded Chanel and said that she looks like she's dressed in a quinceañera dress. Even Phaedra's response, her shady response, basically saying to Chanel Ion that you should be seated at an English 101 class, it felt like a lazy read. To be honest with you. Yes, Chanel's grammar in that post needed a lot of work. However, it should be noted that Chanel's first language is not English, and she does speak multiple languages. Just saying. But I also give Chanel credit because for her to keep going up against Phaedra, who is a shade queen, and I'm not going to take away from Phaedra. She is a shade queen. But for Chanel to be like, she's pointing out the obvious. She was like, oh, you talking about me wearing a quinceañera dress? I wore that dress, and look at you wearing it. Just saying. The trailer also shows that Apollo makes an appearance. Again, I'm wondering why. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. But Phaedra's not closing the door to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's saying that she would bring a lot to a possible return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So our friends over at the Neighborhood Talk report this. They said, neighbors, with the mystery behind the upcoming season of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, fans have been trying to figure out who's in and who's out. But one of the OG Peaches is adamant that the show would go up if she returned. Bustle caught up with Phaedra and asked her what the show would look like if she happened to return. She says, like a winning cast. Ooh. When I was on the show, those were the best seasons, and you always want to capture that chemistry. Me returning is definitely not the worst idea, and they've come up with. I would love to see it return to its heyday, where we were just so much fun, glam sprinkled with a little drama. The reality TV star did tell the outlet that she recently spoke to Porsha after being asked about their time together on the show. She says, Porsha and I was just talking. We obviously were a dynamic duo for the franchise. You remember freaking Frack? For years. So we just have to see what happens. But I'm super happy for her. I think she's going to turn those Titanic ratings around. Ooh. Okay, she didn't say a lot of that. I added a lot. Okay. But that's what Phaedra, she said it would be a winning cast if she were to return. And a lot of you have been asking, and there were rumors. Remember, I believe it was Carlos King who reported that they were thinking about bringing Phaedra back, but the budget did not allow for that. And that's why she ended up on Married to Medicine. Obviously, she's in a good space with Bravo and NBC Universal. I wouldn't be surprised, even if Phaedra doesn't come back full-time next season, that she will make an appearance next season on The Real Housewives of Atlanta as a friend to Porsha, and she's friendly with a lot of the cast. And Kenya's no longer there. I mean, not Kenya. Candy's no longer there. All right. I say all that to say, Porsha, girl, I don't know what to believe with you, but it will be interesting to see how you will spin this situation with Simon. I'm pretty sure that they had a airtight prenup. Fine, Porsha can leave with what she came with. He can leave with whatever he came with. And we shall see how she will answer the questions about how they got together, if she will even address that, and then why they decided to break apart. What do you guys think? What do you want to see? Should they pick up the cameras ASAP? Yeah, if they know what's good for them. Let's get it in real time. Guys, as always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
You bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire. I'll act